we are going to do one problem called array of products. So what we get is we get one integer array, so we need to find the products of all the other digits except this the one which is pointing to. So for example, for 5, if I want to find the array of products at this digit, I should do 1 into 4 into 2, so it is 8. Okay, so this is our output array, this is our input array. So at this position we do 1 into 4 into 2, so we do 8. Okay, so next for 1 we do 5 into 4 into 2, so 5 4 is 20, 20 into 2 is 40. So for at this position 1 we get 40. Okay, so next after that one, for 4 we get, so for 4 we get 5 into 1 into 2, so 5 into 1 is 5 into 2 is 10, so over here this 10 comes. So you get the point, right? So then for 2 we do all other numbers except the number which is pointing to. So 5 into 1 into 4, which is 20, so over here we get 20. So that's what we have to do. So let's do this approaches by this brute force method. So if you were to solve this brute force, what you would do is you would iterate through this array, like we would have two for loops, right? So over here, first one it would point to 5, and then the next for loop we would point to 1, then we would point to 4, then we would point to 2, get that product and then store it in the result array. Then we would move this pointer over here. So next we would do 5 into 4 into 2, get that result, and then store it in this array. So next we would move that first for loop index to over here, then we would and then using the second for loop we would calculate 5 into 1 into 2, and then we would store that integer here, and like that. So we would have two for loops. So in first for loop we would iterate to each integer, and in the second for loop we would use it to find out the multiplication. So like I said, whichever the present pointer it is pointing to, we should not include that number in the multiplication. So let's do this over here. So let's do that brute force approach. So for convenience I'll do like this. Tab to new window. Okay, so now let's do that. So for 90i is equal to 0, I less than array dot length I plus plus. For 90 j is equal to 0, next j is less than array dot length and j plus plus. So I'll declare 90 result array is equal to new 90 array, in this should be array dot length. So now first thing what we have to do is, if this and this is the same, we should ignore that number. So if I is equal to j, continue this inner for loop. So I'll initialize 90 product is equal to 1, initialize it inside the first inner loop, first outer loop. So product is equal to product array of j, array of j. Okay, now this product, it will go through each one of them, then store it over here, and then after storing it will come out of this for loop, it will go here, it will become 1, and product will become 1, then it will continue. This product is equal to array of I. So after finishing this inner for loop, whatever this product I have, I need to add it to the new array. So result array of I is equal to product. So after this in the for loop runs, we'll be having the product. For example, it will run 1 into 4 into 2, so it will be having 8, it will be having product as 8. So this product, what we have to do, we will store it over here. After it will finish this for loop and result array of I 8, it will store over here in result array. So that's it, product, and let's store over here. Next, return result array, just return. So this, I think I should add one more. No, I don't need to add, I think. Let's run this. Okay, so now we try, friends. So this is the brute force approach. So since we are using 2 for loops over here, we will have n square time complexity, where n is the number of elements in the input array. So time will be O of n square, and space will be, so we are creating this new array, right? So it will again occupy O of n space. Yeah, space, time is O of n square, space is O of n. So this is the brute force approach. Now let's look at the second more efficient approach. So what is happening here is, each time we are repeating, so to calculate 1, we are again multiplying everything on the left and everything on the right. So for example, to calculate 1, we do 5, all the elements on the left and all the elements on the right. So again, to calculate 4, we do multiplication for all the elements on the left and all the elements on the right. So something like 5 into 1 into 2, like that. So we are repeating the element basically. So why don't we do one thing? So one second, let me just complete this. Okay, so we'll call this one as, first we'll calculate everything towards the left of this element, towards the left array product. So like I said, instead of repeating, let's do something like this. So here we have 5. Okay, so what is to the left? So to the left nothing is there. So on this index, to the left nothing is there. Okay, so we can't make it, since nothing is there, we'll keep it as 1. Okay, so next when we move this one, we will move this one over here. Okay, so now towards the left of 1, what is that? 5. So product is 5, that's all, 1 into 5. So on the first index we make this one as 5. Okay, so next what we do, we move this one over here. So to the left of 4, what is that? 5, 1 into 5 into 1, which is again 5. So the third index we need to make it again 5. Okay, so next after this what we do, we again make it over here. So next we do 5 into 1 into 4. Okay, so 5 into 1 into 4 is 20. Okay, so this is what we did for left array product. Okay, so now what we'll do, we did it for left one, next we'll do for right one. So I'll just initialize it to 1 comma 1 comma 1 comma 1. Okay, so now we have that array pointer over here. Okay, so again to the right of 2 what is there, 1 is there. Okay, so we'll keep it as 1 only. So next what we are doing, we will move this pointer over here. Okay, so when we move this one over here, what is to the right of 4? Only 2 is there, 2 into 1. So over here what we do is, we 2 into 1 is 2, so this is pointing to the second last, right? So to the second last thing we make this one as 2. So next thing, we move the array pointer over here, move this one here, we move this one here. So from 4 it will come to 2. So what is to the right of 2? So 4 into 2, 8. So we will just change this to 8. So next after this, we move this one over here. So 1 into 4 into 2 we will do. So what will get? 8. Okay, get 8. Okay, so now we have left array product and we have right array right product array or whatever. So when we have these two arrays, what we do, if we multiply this one, 1 into 8 will get 8. So 5 into 8 will get 40, and next 5 into 8 again, 1 into 8, 5 into 8, then 5 into 2 we get 10, and then this one is 20. So we got the output array by multiplying these both. So that's it guys. So these are the, so this is how we need to find out. Okay, so just find the left product array, find the right product array and multiply them. So let's try to implement that one. So first thing, I will declare int left product array. So array is equal to int array. What's that? Size array dot size array dot length is equal to 90 array dot length. This array is equal to new int array dot length. So I've declared this 3 arrays. So now let's find out the left product array. So int I is equal to 0, I less than array dot length and I plus plus. So here for this I'll declare int product is equal to 1. So first thing we need to add, so if 1 is there, so over here we are starting right left one, so if 1 is there we just add 1, if we are on the leftmost we just add 1, so left product array of I is equal to product, so we added 1. So next thing, after adding 1 we added 1 over here, so after adding 1 we need to update this product, so when it is pointing over here we need to make 5 go to the second index, so product is equal to whatever the product is star left star, this is array, so not left product array, this is array of I. So why we did this, so product, we are just updating the product, so when this one goes over here we need to add 5 to this index I plus, so when I plus plus happens, I plus plus will come here, we need to add 5 over here. So what we are doing product is equal to product star array of 5, product will come as 5, so next I plus plus will happen, it will come over here, and left product will get the value of product which is now 5. So this is that one, and so in the end we should get 1, 5, 5, 20. So let's check it. Arrays.asList, let arrays.asList will have integer. I'll just convert this to bracket. Okay, so now I'll just print out, we should be getting 1, 5, 5, 20. So sd dot out dot print, and then convert to arrays dot as list. Put this here. I just need to check if this is getting populated correctly. Okay, 1, 5, 5, 20. Okay, see guys, it's coming. So now let's do the same thing for the second one. So for int, okay, be aware that this product has changed, right? We again have to initialize it to 1. Product is equal to 1. So after that we need to start from the last position. Int I is equal to array dot length minus 1. I just array dot length. We are starting from the last one, right? So I must be greater than or equal to 0, and I minus. So from last we are going to be decreasing. So same thing. So right, whatever this one over here, if we are on the rightmost thing, we should just add 1. So right product array of I is equal to product, next product is equal to product star array of so here for it will add, then it will do it will add 1, then it will do 2, so next again it will add 2, yes, so it's correct. So just print right product. So right product array, what it is, 8821. So let's run this. Okay, so we got 8821, but how this, okay, initially it was primitive, okay, primitive, it's not able to read, I think, arrays.arraylist can't take primitive. 1 second guys, I'll check on this. Arrays.arraylist. Okay, guys, that thing got closed by mistake. So anyways, you get the point, right? So now we have both the arrays. Okay, 8821 what we got, and that time also what we got was correct. So now all we have to do is we just need to multiply both of them. Our int I is equal to 0, I less than I dot length I plus plus. So next result of I is equal to left product array of I star. Result. So let's run. Okay guys, so all of it has passed. So this will run in O of n, O of 2n, O of 3n, but O of 3n can be given as O of n, so this will run at O of n time. Okay, so this, so the space is, we are, in the end we are just returning this result, which is again the size of, the array number of elements of the array. So this is O of n space space. So let's just confirm it once. Okay, yeah. So it is open time and open space. So now, so this can be modified further, right? So we have this one is the correct solution, but we can do one slight modification later. So that slight modification is, over here we are storing the first array, right? So over here we are storing the second array. So instead of storing whatever the product we get into this second array, why don't we just take this product, okay, and just multiply it with the first array what we get. So if we directly multiply instead of storing it in an array and multiplying, we can avoid this for loop also. It won't have any impact on the space and time complexity, but we can avoid one for loop. So so let's do that one. So I hope you understood. So that window got closed, or I don't know why it got closed. Shit. Oh, it came back, guys. Wow. I pressed Ctrl Shift T and it came back. I thought it could only open tabs. So anyways, can move this one over here. Shit. One second, guys. So over here, instead of storing this 8821 into this second array, so let's directly instead of storing here, just when as soon as you get 8, let's just multiply it off with this. As soon as you get 1, let's just multiply it off directly with 20. As soon as you get 2, let's just directly multiply it off with 5. So if we directly multiply, we don't need to store this in a second array, right? So let's do that one. So let's do that. We got this, right, product array of 5. So as soon as we get this, let's multiply it off with that left product array. So result of I, which is the last one, currently pointing to the last one, is equal to right product array of I product array of I, if we multiply it, array of I. So whatever we get over here, we get 1, we are just multiplying with whatever the left product array of I is there. Okay, so this result we are storing over here, and 1 second. Yeah, so whatever we store it in that result, and then we update the product. So so we store it in result, and next this product is equal to product star, we are iterating through this loop, so array of I. Yes, so we don't need this one, we'll comment it off. Let's test this. Okay, so that's it, guys. So now we have avoided this for loop, we have made it a bit more efficient. So we are using 2 separate for loops, so it will take 2n, so it can become n and of n space. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching.